Why do women allow themselves to be consumed by their husband's expectations for sex? God's design for sexual intimacy is that it would always be mutually satisfying and fulfilling and respectful. But spouses won't know what that is until they talk to each other. Hi, I'm Mary Whitman Ortiz of Limitless Intimacy, bringing you the best tips and tools to create great intimacy in your marriage. On this channel, we communicate about strategies that will open up the dialogue for you, even if things have been awkward, and intimacy made simple steps, all from a Christian point of view. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. As a relationship coach, I hear all kinds of stories, and sometimes these issues just cycle around again and again. So I have to confess, I'm on a bit of a rant today because I just breaks my heart when I talk to couples that are struggling, and I know that there are some blind spots. And the only way to get around those blind spots is to have them lovingly be brought into the light. So, talking about tough things, but for the goal of greater connection in marriage. So, today's question: why do wives allow themselves to be consumed by their husband's expectations for sex? So, listen to these reasons, see if it's happening in your life, and stay until the end because I am going to give you the ultimate expectation for sex. Reason number one, this is what she says: but he has a need to feel loved. And yes, he does, but not at her demise, at her expense, at her hurt. There are so many ways for him to feel loved, and sex is not the only way. Reason number two, if I don't have sex with him, then I'm not honoring the man that God gave me, which implies, oh, it's the God card. If I don't do this, then I'm not being a good Christian wife. Wow, there are so many ways to define that. And that sounds like fear. That sounds like living by default, and that the husband opinion has too much weight. And that's not good for him or for her. That hurts both of them. Now, I hope this is helping so far. If it is, will you give me a thumbs up? And here's a question for you to answer. Do you have a good plan for conflict resolution? Why do I ask? Well, talking about your expectations for sex could produce just a little conflict, and I want you to be prepared. So if you have a good plan already in the works, give me a yes. Hey, if you still need to work on that plan for conflict resolution, you can put a no in there. But that's your motivation, that's your challenge. Okay, reason number three, she might say, but if I hesitate at his request, you know what he does? He just dismisses my feelings because I'm like not liking that I've gained some weight. I'm not liking that I'm just tired. I'm legit tired. I'm not, honey, I have a headache tired. I am legit tired. And he doesn't really give weight to that. He doesn't really value that. And so I just go ahead and participate because I don't want to feel like I am being dismissed. Reason number four, I have a collection of distorted spiritual reasons. And she might say, I have to take care of him or he'll look someplace else. Again, that's fear. She might say, I have to be available because that's a part of my covenant. An element of truth there. Another line that comes up under this distorted spiritual belief is, I have to participate regardless of how I feel because I want to please him. So glad you want to please him, but there are never ultimatums in a Christian marriage. There should never be ultimatums in any marriage. But if you are wanting God to be represented in your relationship, then this is a time where honor is going to be so important. And I know these are tough messages, and we have to bring them to light. So if it sounds good, but you're like, ooh, I need some more support, please inquire about the Dream Team Marriage Program, because we will unpack all of this and once again give you super practical ways and steps you can take to make intimacy happen in a real and meaningful way. And now for that ultimate expectation of sex, well, it should look and feel like love. And both spouses need to be on board. And if that's not happening, you have to talk it out, even if it's awkward, because getting on the other side of that awkwardness is going to be the best thing for your marriage. Thanks so much for joining me today. And remember, God's design for sexual wholeness in marriage is that it would be fulfilling and thrilling intimacy.